Hey everybody, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me for week 10 of my 12 weeks of Christmas. Can you believe it? It's week 10 already. So it was snowing a little bit tonight. It's been, oh goodness. So I hope everybody's having a good night, and I'm just gonna get onto my laptop here so I can make sure I can see myself and make sure everybody else can see me. Give me 1 second. Okay. So like I said, this is week 10 of my 12 weeks of Christmas. And let's pull from the countdown calendar. All right. Oh, I don't have my cheat sheet. Uh-oh. I think we're on drawers number 19 and 20. So let's just double check. Let's see, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 19 and 20. Okay, so from drawer number 19, we are going to do something with the wrapped in plaid, the tree punch, and the paper. We're going to do something with that bundle. And let's see, before we go, I can show you. That is a page, starts on page 13 of the holiday catalog. I'll show you some projects with it. So it's the tree punch and this really great plaid paper. So we're going to have some fun with that. And I actually have 3 projects for you on that. So we're going to try to get those through as quickly as possible. And then from drawer number 20, we are going to use the Toile Designer Series paper. Again, that's another really pretty paper. If you saw my video, oh goodness, probably weeks 4 or 5, I used the Designer Series paper to make a scrapbooking page. So if you did not catch that, make sure you do go back and watch those. So I guess we should go ahead and get started. So let me, I'm going to turn my camera down. So just give me 1 second. All right, thanks. Okay. Let me get my mat moved over a little bit. All right, so, all right, like I said, we're going to be using the, oh, I called it wrapped in plaid, didn't I? I meant perfectly plaid. Sorry. Okay. And we're going to be working with that. I see you guys got a nice camera shot of my, the lights in my ceiling. Oh my goodness. There's the punch that coordinates with it. And the paper. Okay. I think I got everything out. Excuse me. So I love this little 6x6 pad of paper. It's called Wrapped in Plaid. Oh, that's where I'm getting the Wrapped in Plaid from. The paper is called Wrapped in Plaid. And there's a ton of different patterns and colors. And what I like about it on this side is that it's all has gold foil little strips going through it. There is a little more whimsical side on the other side of the paper. You get some trees, and this tree punch actually punches those trees out, which is totally cool. Some hollies, trees, reindeer, polka dots. So there's a bunch of cool stuff. So tonight's kind of like theme is we're down to the wire of getting, if you're just getting started with your Christmas cards, I'm going to help you with the process of whipping out, mass producing some Christmas cards. So each one of these sheets, we can make 3 Christmas cards. So I did them kind of like a beginner, a little bit easier step. Then we added a little bit more, and then we added a little bit more. So Stampin' Up! Has names for them. Avid crappers. Oh my God. Avid stampers or crafters. Oh my gosh, cracking myself up. Hey Lisa. Hi Debbie. Hey Lorraine. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some of this to the side. So our first card is, and I love the monochromatic. So this coordinates with Cherry Cobbler, Shaded Spruce. Let me show you this is Cherry Cobbler, Shaded Spruce, and Night of Navy. Okay. So we're gonna start with the Shaded Spruce, and monochromatic means everything's in the same color. So I just took a piece. This is our thick Whisper White cardstock. It's 100-pound weight, and it's I'm using it as my card base and no other fillers. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold that in half. I've already pre-scored. With the thick Whisper White, you want to pre-score your folds, because if you don't and you just go and fold it, the paper will crack on this side. So I've already done that. I've taken my Wrapped in Plaid Designer Series paper, and I cut this to 5 1/4 by 2 inches. So the pad of paper is 6 by 6. So that's why I'm saying that you can make 3 cards out of 1 sheet of paper by simply cutting these to 2 inches. We're just going to adhere that down. I'm going to take my Shaded Spruce ink pad and ink up my stamp. And simply stamp this down. Oh, I was very messy at inking that up. Okay, there's our sentiment. While I have my ink out, I'm going to stamp my Merry Christmas. And I'm just going to stamp a Merry Christmas on the inside. Okay. And in the suite, I'm sorry, you guys probably can't see me on the camera. There is this Shaded Spruce and gold ribbon, so it coordinates with the suite because the paper has the gold going through it just like the ribbon does. And I'm just going to wrap a piece all the way around. And cut that with my snips. I overlapped it just a little bit. And I'm going to put a glue dot at the end of my ribbon. Put that there. I'm going to take another glue dot and put it at my end of my ribbon again on top. And then just pull this all the way over. Look at how easy that is. Super, I'm a little bit long, so I can cut that little bit of excess off. But we're going to put a bow on it so it'll cover that excess up. Or we can just put another glue dot. That's what we'll do. We'll just put another glue dot there. All right. Super quick and easy. I mean, you could totally make all your Christmas cards in one night. So we're just going to tie a little bow. Oops. All right, pull my tails, cut it from the spool, and give me a couple more glue dots. Put those down. The glue dots like to stick to my nail polish, so sometimes I have a hard time dealing with that. Okay, and boop, done. There's your Christmas card. All right, So the next one, we're taking one of the other colors. We're going to do Cherry Cobbler, and we're just going to add a little bit more to it. So see how simple? We're going to add the tree punch and a couple of circle punches. So again, super easy. So let me get this out of the way. So again, I'm using my Whisper White heavyweight cardstock, and I see that I didn't pre-score that. So let me get my new Stampin' Up! Trimmer. Oh, we got some paper stuck in there. All right, and let's see. We want this at 4 1/4. Okay. Fold that back. Score it. Press it down with the bone folder. Okay. So this time we just simply took another piece of Designer Series paper. It's 2 inches by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to line it with a piece of gold foil. And so my gold foil is just 1/8 of an inch bigger. So it's 2 1/8 by 5 3/8. And we're going to just glue this over top. And it just adds a little something more to the card. Nothing too hard. All right. We're going to go ahead and adhere that down. So again, make sure you comment, like, and share. We're doing simple, easy, quick Christmas cards to help you get going if you haven't started your cards yet. Who else? I'm missing comments. I love that paper. It's on back order. I know. I'm hoping you changed your nail color. I did. She had a cancellation or an opening yesterday. So I went yesterday instead of tonight, which was nice. So I like this one. So the other one, I liked the other one. I got a lot of compliments on it, but I myself wasn't crazy about it because it was a little too orange for me. So I'm like a pink and purple girl. I love my pinks and purples. All right, I'm just cleaning my stamp off here because I'm changing ink colors. All right, so we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment in Cherry Cobbler. And just give that a quick little whoop down. Take our Merry Christmas and add a Merry Christmas on the inside. Simple, quick, and easy. All right. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to the shaded spruce. I was going to do my Christmas tree in Cherry Cobbler, and I thought, I don't know. I guess I could have, but I want a green tree. So I'm going to take the green tree from the Perfectly Plaid and stamp a green tree. And where is my tree punch? Oh, there it is, covered up underneath my stuff. So here's the tree punch, and we're going to go ahead and give that a quick punch. Super quick and easy. And let's see, I grabbed a 2 1/4 circle punch. So we're going to give a gold foil circle. And then I have my, where do I have it? My 2-inch punch. You know, I thought I had everything right in front of me. Oh, there it is, off to the side. Okay, and then we're going to do a 2-inch circle punch out of Cherry Cobbler. Okay. I like that one better. Thanks, Sandy. I do too. Hey, Shari, how are you? Okay, so we're just gonna put some glue on our circle, glue it onto our foil, and I'm gonna take a dimensional and put it on the back of my tree. Stick that onto the circle, and then I'm actually going to dimensional the back of the circle, just 3 of them. Super quick, easy. And we're going to stick that on here. Now, instead of wrapping the ribbon all the way around on this card, we're just going to tie a little tiny bow and stick it on with a glue dot. So just a little baby bow. But we're still using the same ribbon. And it's in the Perfectly Plaid suite. All right. If you guys haven't seen, they've already released out. If you're not on my email list, let me know and I can add you. I emailed out to my customers yesterday. They released what's being discontinued from the holiday catalog, along with what is being carried over from the catalog. So there's lots of good stuff staying, but at the same time, there's a lot of good stuff going. So I think we'll put my bow this way. Okay, not a perfect bow, but that's okay. So boom, there's card number 2. Okay, simple. So again, so from our first card, no punch, just a simple piece of paper, piece of ribbon, and stamp. This time we added the gold behind our paper, and then we added a little more element here with a punch and a simple stamp and some dimensionals. Okay, so the next card, we're going to step it up just a little bit more. We're still using uh-oh, I hit something on my computer. We're still using what am I trying to say? Our thick Whisper White card base. Okay. We are still going to do a foil, gold foil with another pattern from the Wrapped in Plaid paper. I think I keep calling it each of them the wrong name, so I apologize. It's on page 13 of the holiday catalog. All right, so I'm going to glue this down. Oops. There we go. We're going to glue this to our card. So all the same steps as the other cards. Just keep adding little elements. All right. All right. I got to get back to my video. I knocked my Facebook off of my computer. Stressed. Shari. Stressed. No, spruce. Nope, spruce. This is pretty. Yeah, I like the spruce too. Seen that before I did mine. I know, aren't these cute? They're just like super simple. So now the next coordinating color in this paper is Night of Navy. So I am just going to stamp my words in Night of Navy now. Let's see, I think I went red last, so I'm going to clean it a little bit. Okay, coming in with my Night of Navy. Boop. Awesome. Oh my gosh, that came out perfect. Let's see, Night of Navy. And then we're going to stamp our Merry Christmas on the inside in Night of Navy. Look at, I got it all over my block. Oh. All right. Merry Christmas. And then if you want to do a little extra stamping, you can go ahead back to your shaded spruce with the tree, just to add a little element on the inside and stamp a tree. Just for something fun. Okay. So like I said, we keep adding to it. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to our 2 1/4 inch punch, and we're going to punch a gold foil circle. And I'm going to then take my 2-inch punch, and I'm going to punch a 2-inch circle out of a piece of Native Navy. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do to step this up is I'm going to take the tree stamp. I got to clean this really good because I'm going to put it in Versamark. Is I'm going to gold heat emboss a tree on our piece of Night of Navy. All right, so I cleaned my stamp. I'm taking out my Versamark. Versamark is clear sticky ink, for those who don't know. And I'm going to stamp a tree on my Native Navy. And then I'm going to sprinkle gold embossing powder over it, and the gold embossing powder will stick to the clear sticky ink. And then I'm just going to flick and tap off the excess. Now, I could use, because this is a dark color, I normally take my embossing buddy and go over this, because I have a bunch of stray powder sticking on there. Either I touched it with my fingers or there's static, whatever the case may be. We have an embossing buddy that you would run over to remove that electricity. However, number one, I loaned one of mine to somebody, and I don't know what happened to my other one. I couldn't find it tonight. Oh well. So, taking the heat gun, and we're just going to melt that powder. Without burning my fingers. Okay. All right. Then we're going to add some glue onto the glue to the foil. Stick that onto the foil. All right. The next thing I did was I took one of our doilies. It is our pearlized doilies, and you get like a whole pack of these. There's like 24 of them in a pack, and I cut it in half. I just cut it right in half, and I don't know if you can see that it's pearlized. Also, the back of these is just a plain white. You could totally sponge color on the back of these. The color won't stick to the front because it's kind of like a glossy finish, so it won't stick, but you can totally color the back side of those. And I'm just gonna put some glue, and if I'm a little messy with the glue and it kind of oozes out onto my card, it's not going to be a big deal because I'm going to cover it with my my tree circle. And we're just going to add this on. I just wanted to add another little dimension to the card front. All right, take some dimensionals, stick those on the back. Okay. I was able to pre-order from the mini catalog and get some celebration things, and I have not played with anything yet. I really need to do that. I'm gonna be having a couple of specialty classes coming up in January and February and March. So again, if you're not on my email list, make sure you send me an instant message and give me your email, and I can add you to that list so you can get my class schedules, or you can check my my events calendar, stampwithlisabrown.stampinup.net. I know it's long, but all right. Now I'm taking my favorite, the metallic pearls. You get silver ones and gold ones, and they're so pretty. I love them. I'm just randomly putting them on the front. When I was putting them on, I was kind of like, oh, it's almost like snow falling, and I was going to do silver, and I'm like, no, wait, everything's gold. I have to use the gold ones. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is I want to use a ribbon, but I'm done using the green ribbon. So what I did was I took our metallic edge ribbon. It comes in a white with a silver edging, and then there's a very vanilla that has the gold edging. And I started to mimic how much ribbon I would need for a bow. So I just kind of estimated. I kind of just made the bow like this, and then grabbed here where my tail, where I would snip off from my tail, and then I untied it, and I estimated I needed about 9 inches. Okay, then I'm taking my Stampin' Blends Night of Navy dark marker, and I'm going to color my ribbon. So I'm going to take the brush end. First I'm going to make a mark on the ribbon at 9 inches. Okay, so there's my 9-inch mark. I don't cut my ribbon because if I'm tying a bow, I don't cut my ribbon off the spool, because if I do, I find it harder to handle the ribbon. So I'm just taking my alcohol marker, the Stampin' Blends, and I'm coloring the ribbon. The nice part of this with the alcohol marker and this ribbon is it soaks right through. So if I flip it over, it's colored on the other side. I don't have to color both sides. So this was the tail when I did my sample card. Okay. Good. Quick and easy on that. Let me throw my scrap paper away. So this will take a minute to dry, but for the sake of video, I'll just get my fingers all blue. You can hit it with your heat gun, or you could set it aside, but I don't have any Night of Navy ribbon, so this is perfect. Because now I have Night of Navy. All right, there's my little bow, and we're going to cut off the end, and I'm going to cut this side. Okay. Again, not the most even bow, but that's okay. All right, so now I got blue fingers. I am going to take a couple of glue dots and put it down here. So again, this card, it's not really all that difficult. It just has a few extra added elements. We have the pearls, we have some heat embossing, we colored our ribbon, we added our little pearlized doily. So let me show you. This was card number 2. this was card number 1. Okay. Super easy, super fun if you got the wrapped in plaid paper. Okay, you guys, every time I say I'm going to close my ink pads, and today I did not close my ink pads, right? I will look what I just did. I just stuck my fingers in the ink pad. And that is exactly why when I'm working, I sit there and try to make time to close my ink pads. Oh my goodness. Now we got blue and green fingers. All right, watch. I got to close these because I'm going to do this. I know I am. I'm going to do it again. So there's the blue that was open. There's the green. Okay. I already closed my red. I told you. Oh my goodness. Anyways, super quick, super fun. I mean, these cards, I just love them. Love them, love them. I can totally bang these out. In the, where did I put the pack of paper? The paper, you get 48 sheets. So figure out the math. 48 times 3, you could get a lot of cards out of that pack of paper. Okay. Let's set these aside. All right, we're going to move on to our other project. And let's see. Again, quick and easy. Let me get these out of the way. Don't forget, you guys, to comment, like, and share. Sorry, gotta go out. Little one to bed. We'll miss you all next Friday. Ah, Shari. Yeah, we'll miss you too. Okay. Stressed. Oh my goodness. Little ones. Yes. I wish my nieces, and really even the bigger ones too. I wish they were closer. All right, so we are working with the Toile Tidings Designer Series paper. Again, I had made a scrapbooking page with this paper a couple of weeks ago. So today I'm gonna show you some quick and easy cards using this paper. Again, trying to help you get your Christmas cards done. I got a good start in mind. The majority of them are done. So yeah. I feel good about it. The problem is now I just need to get them in the mail. Oh, goodness. All right. Get my container out of the way. Gosh, I hope my blue fingers don't transfer to the cards while I'm doing this. Oh, my blue and green fingers. Okay. So these, we're going to do this a little bit different. These are long ways. So instead of cutting your paper at 5.5 inches, we cut it long ways at 4.25 inches. Okay, and we're just gonna simply, I've already pre-scored it, so I'm gonna just make sure I'm lined up here. And this is Real Red. This product suite coordinates with Real Red and Garden Green. Pretty much your classic Christmas colors. So in the Toile Tidings paper, I chose 2 patterns. So everything's double-sided. So one side's green and one side red. It's the exact same pattern, which I thought was pretty cool. And so I wanted just a real thin border. So my paper is cut to, my card is 4.25 inches wide. So my paper is at 4 1/8. So it's an 1/8 inch less. And then I cut them to 2 3/4. There is going to be a slight overlap. Even, you know what, you guys, I actually cut my sample card. There's my sample card. I cut these to 2.5. There's a gap in the middle, but we're putting a ribbon across it. so you won't even see the gap. So you can cut your strips to 2.5 and it'll work just fine. Okay, so very simple. 2 pieces of designer series paper. Again, just kind of like we did in the other card, we're going to wrap our ribbon around and cut. This ribbon is a little bit wider, so I'm actually going to use tape runner on it. And I don't care what the ends look like because it's going to get covered up. All right. So we're just going to swing that over that way. Swing this one over this way. Voila. There's our ribbon. Like I said, I don't care that this is frayed because we're going to cover it up. I normally don't tell my my card class members. I always usually say stamp and then punch. But I'll show you. I always tell them stamp, don't punch. Stamp, then punch. But in this case, because the words Merry Christmas are so close, so I was off right here on my paper. So this time we're going to actually punch and then stamp. And you know what? If you mess up the first time, you have enough. There's 2 sides to every piece of paper. Okay, so this is real red. We're going to get our Merry Christmas. Okay. Let's see. Then we need the 2 1/4 inch punch to punch a piece of real red. And we're just going to glue those together. Oh, fumble fingers. Okay. And I got some edges to my dimensionals I want to use. And so because I want to go over the ribbon, I know my Merry Christmas. So I'm going to flip it just like this. And I'm going to put some of these scrap pieces from my dimensionals. I'm going to put that at the top and at the bottom. And then this way, the ribbon's going to go through the middle of it. Super simple, super easy. You can totally bang out a bunch of those. Let's see. Boy, my table gets super messy when I do this. Can't find anything. All right, I never cleaned my stamp from our Night of Navy, so we got to clean that before we put it in the real red. Okay, and just, oops. Simple sentiment for the inside. Okay, and there's our card. And now we got 2 of them. All right, one more. Hang in with me. One more. Let's see here. Okay, so I wanted to show you this because in the paper, here's our card sample. Again, easy. Now this time I'm using Garden Green, and I don't have any more of this paper. Oh, look, I have ink on my finger. I didn't close my ink pad and I just got it on my card. Oh, brother. See? I keep telling you guys, got to put my ink pads away. You know, now I got ink all over in here. I'll have to put some gems on that. That's what I'll do. Oh, look. I've got some gems right here. Okay. This comes from that Toile Tidings. That'll work. That'll work. Let's see. I'm gonna put a big one right here, right over my ink, and I'll take one of the tiny ones. I'll put it over here, and we'll do another one, and we'll just, I don't know, we'll go down here. How's that? Visual interest. How's that? And it just covered up my ink. Okay, so anyways, so in my paper, so in our other card, there's the stripes, and then there's this gingham buffalo check pattern, and I don't have any more of this. Matter of fact, this is 2 pieces I glued together. So I've made another card, and I just stamped from the Itty Bitty Christmas, lots of love at Christmas, and then on the inside I stamped our words and Merry Christmas. Oh, I didn't hear it. That's our inside. So I needed to figure out a way to create this piece right here. So what I did was I got out our buffalo check stamp. And I'm going to take garden green, and I'm going to ink that up. I think I need to re-ink my garden green. Ugh, okay, I'm really pressing on that. And I already pre-cut a piece of Very Vanilla to the 4 1/8 by 2 7/8, 2 3/4. 4 1/8 by 2 3/4. And go back to my scrap paper. I want to put a piece of scrap paper over this so I can rub that down. I guess it wouldn't matter if my fingers got any more ink on them. All right. Let's see. Put it up. And now it's a bigger buffalo check, but it's still a buffalo check. So I was happy with that. And so we're going to take that and, oh, you know what? Here's a red ink right here. And we're going to adhere that to the front of our card. Okay. And then I have a 1 inch by 4 1/8 strip of garden green. And we're going to put that over this. And then I have a 4 1/8 by 3/4 inch strip of Very Vanilla. And we're going to stamp our sentiment on that. Lots of love at Christmas. Okay. So the real reason why I had the Toile Tidings glittery enamel dots out was because I wanted to put one on each side of my words to add a little interest. Okay, so there is, you know what? We're gonna bling this one up. I think I'll use small ones. All right, so we're using up our designer series paper. We're making quick and easy Christmas cards. There's this. This is the Toile Tidings designer series pad of paper, and This was from the Wrapped in Plaid. All right, ladies, that's it for tonight. I hope you guys are getting your Christmas cards done and ready for the mail. I hope you are getting your shopping done. If you're out on the roads tonight, please be careful, because it looked like it was this my side street was covered when I came downstairs. So again, oh, hey, I'm just seeing your comment, Debbie. Yeah, I love the buffalo check stamp. Yeah, there's some, you can do some really great things with it. You can even take a marker and draw like thin lines in here to make it to add more interest to it. So yeah, that's a great stamp, background stamp. So all right, ladies, now I'm gonna go. Have a great night. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.